Okay, now we have voice. Now we have voice. Okay. So yeah, as I was saying, we messed up the days. We messed up the days. The real day now is 140 and 74 and 74. And I was hoping that today will be the last day of Genki, but I think it's not today, it's tomorrow. So today we finished this video, and tomorrow we watch the last video of Genki. Finally, I just want to finish Genki, bro. I'm tired. I'm tired of Genki. I just want to get it done, but it will be tomorrow. Okay. So yesterday we did causative sentences. Okay, I understood causative. So causative basically, the Godan verbs, the u goes to the a. So aruku becomes aruka seru, and we add seru. So the causative stem is aruka, and we add seru, it becomes a causative sentence. So aruka seru is I make someone to walk. This is the causative work. I cause someone to walk. Ichidan, you drop the ru and you add saseru. So miru becomes misaseru. Easy. Irregulars, okay, suru becomes saseru and kuru becomes kosaseru. Easy. So yeah, hito wa dareka ni nanika o saseru. So the director is the hitowa. The director makes someone do something. This is the causative sentence. Causes someone to do something. So the verb is the act. The director is the wa, is marked by wa. So hitowa is the director of the action. So the director causes someone or force someone to do something, to act. And also when we add o, the particle o to the object, it becomes to the doer, to someone who does. It means that it's the action was forced, so made him do it by force. But if we add ni, it means to allow him to do, so it's not forced, it's not aggressive, or it's not forced. So to let him do, or to allow him to do. Haha wa boku o mizu ga semashita. My mother, because we have o, boku o, haha wa boku o, mizu ga, or not mizu ga, no, oyoga semashita. Oyogu becomes oyoga. So haha wa boku o oyoga semashita. Haha wa boku o oyoga semashita. My mother forced me, the boku has o, so forced me to swim in the past. Oyoga semashita. But if we say haha wa haha wa boku ni oyoga semashita, my mother let me swim, or my mother allowed me to swim. So haha wa boku ni allowed me. Haha wa boku o forced me. So I think I understand causative sentences. Also, we did yesterday, we did a lot of things yesterday. Aida ni, and passive sentences. We also did passive sentences. No, tearu. We did tearu. The difference between tearu and passive sentences is that tearu is describing a state of something, describing the state of something. So tearu, something was done, but we don't say by who, just describing the thing that was the state of the thing that was done to. And passive voice, we say we do something is done by someone else. So you describe who did this thing. I'm not sure if that's, but tearu is just describing something without saying by someone, by who. We don't ask by who. It's just a state. a state of something. But passive sentences, which is aruku becomes arukareru. It doesn't describe the state of something, but it says the action that was done by someone. So you say by who, but the aru you don't say by who. It's just a description of the state of something. And now let's just continue with
Is my guess, but it could be read.
with today's lesson. We need to adjust the voice, the sound.
So question time. Tell us something that your parents made you do as a child. You could be happy about it or not, doesn't really matter. But kodomo use this sentence. The next one is going to be causative sentences plus te ageru.
Wait, causative sentences plus te ageru and te kureru. Okay.
Te kureru, te morao. In Genki 2 second edition, this was actually separated into, it was not separated into a separate section. The third edition split it off into a completely separate section, which was probably a good idea because it is a lot of material to put into a single section.
Causative sentence. Okay, so yeah, by the way, later, not now, when we finish with Genki, I'm going to read the third edition because I read the second edition and we watched Tokini Andi, and the third time I'm going to read this third edition. So causative sentences plus te ageru te kureru, te morao.
But it's not significantly different from just the straight up causative. So to make the causative te ageru, te kureru, te morao form, you just take the causative te form. So for example, taberu becomes tabesaseru. So the te form of that is tabesase te.
Causative te form and plus ageru.
Te. And then you add ageru, kureru, or morao. Now these are very similar to just the regular te ageru, te kureru, and te morao. The main reason this is brought up here is that if you have a te ageru, kureru, or morao, it's always let to allow someone to do something. It's never forced or make someone to do something. So the setup of a sentence is exactly the same. I'm not going to go over the differences between ichidan and stuff because it's the same conjugation as before. Hito wa dareka ni nanika wo sasete ageru. So the director allows the doer to do something. So the example sentences are going to sort of point out what the differences here are between ageru, kureru, and morao. I'm not going to go into total detail because we covered that earlier in Genki 2. But I'm going to use the same verb to sort of point out doer stuff because...
Wait, I need to write this. Okay. So causa, let do. Causative sentences. Causative. Te form. Plus ageru. Causative te form plus kureru. And causative te form plus morao. Okay, so 人は誰かに何かをさせてあげる。人は is a person, 何か doer. Yeah, but I don't understand the translation.
Allow or morao. It's always let to allow someone to do something. It's never forced or make someone to do something. So the setup of a sentence is exactly the same. I'm not going to go over the differences between ichidan and stuff because it's the same conjugation as before. 人は誰かに何かをさせてあげる. So the director allows the doer to do something.
The director allows to do. 人はand okay, it's simple. It looks, this kanji of 誰か looks complicated, but it's actually very simple. 誰かに何かあげる. Okay. So the director 人は director doer the director allows the doer to do something. The director 人は allows the doer 何か someone to do something. Okay. Doer and act. Okay.
So the example sentences are going to sort of point out what the differences here are between ageru, kureru, and morao. I'm not going to go into total detail because we covered that earlier in Genki too. But I'm going to use the same verb to sort of point out the difference. So, 食べさせてあげるよ. I'll let you eat it. You know, so I will let you eat it. 食べさせてあげる. So the relationship between people, they're the same as the regular te ageru, te kureru, te morao. So if you need to cover that, go back to lesson, I believe it was 16, and that should give you more of an idea of how you're allowed to use these. So 食べさせてくれない, won't you let me eat it? Won't you let me eat it? So くれる, obviously it's going to be someone allowing me to do something. So 食べさせてもらおう means I'll have you let me eat it. So this is more like getting someone to allow you to do something. So for example, if there's food on the table and it's not your food, but you want to eat it and you want the person whose food it is to allow you to eat it, you could say something like 食べさせてもらおう. Actually, Yuki's sister said that last week once for, I can't remember exactly what, but it basically means I'm going to get her to let me eat it. So that's what the te morao will be. Get them to allow me to do something. Is what te morao will be in this situation with the causative. Te kureru will be allowed me to, and te ageru will be I'll allow someone else to.
Okay, so yeah. So te ageru is to make someone do something. Te kureru to make someone do to make me do, to allow me to, and te morao to allow me to. Wait, what did he say?
What it is to allow you to eat it, but you want to eat it, and you want the person whose food it is to allow you to eat it. You could say something like 食べさせてもらおう. Actually, Yuki's sister.
Make him to allow me. So basically, te morao is a combination of both. Te ageru to allow him to eat it. Te kureru to allow me to eat it. And te morao to make him allow me eat it. So make him allow me eat it. Okay, I understand.
Sister said that last week once for, I can't remember exactly what, but it basically means I'm going to get her to let me eat it. So that's what the te morao.
It's a combination of both.
To allow me to do something.
Combination of both.
Is what te morao will be in this situation with the causative. Te kureru will be allowed me to, and te ageru will be I'll allow someone else to. That's the basic difference here. So some more complicated sentences we have.
子供の時。
子供の時、お母さんはハリー・ポッターを読ませてくれなかった。When I was a child, my mother didn't let me read Harry Potter. That's a true story. I still read it, but she didn't let me. I just had to get someone else to buy it for me, and then I would hide it under my bed and pretend I was reading other stuff. 子供の時、お母さんはハリー・ポッターを読ませてくれなかった。So she didn't let me read. So this is someone else and in reference to me. So the full sentence would be お母さんは僕にハリー・ポッターを読ませてくれなかった。But as I said earlier with one on its example sentence, you can drop the person if it's obvious from context and especially if it's yourself. The te kureru makes that obvious that you're talking about yourself, by the way. Next sentence, うちに来たらスイッチで遊ばせてあげる. If you come to my house, I'll let you play Switch. And I will, of course. 友達のbut anyway, so あげる obviously.
Wait.
うちに If you come to my house, Stu makes that obvious that you're talking about yourself, by the way.
うちに来たら
If
you come to my house,
スイッチで遊ばせてあげる. If you come to my house, I'll let you play Switch. And I will, of course. 友達のbut anyway, so あげる obviously is me giving out to someone else, a permission maybe to someone else, or someone that's not me giving permission to someone else. So like people unrelated to me in any way. That's when the te ageru is used. 友達の新しい車を運転させてもらおう。Let's get my friend to let me drive his new car. 友達の新しい車 his new car を運転させてもらおう. Let's get my friend to let me drive his new car. So that's the volitional combined with the causative. 運転させてもらう his new car. 運転 not me when the te ageru is used. 友達の新しい車を運転させてもらおう. Let's get my friend to let me drive his new car. 友達の新しい車 his new car を運転させてもらおう. Let's get my friend to let me drive his new car. So that's the volitional combined with the causative. 運転させてもらおう. 運転させてもらおう. All right, let's go ahead and jump into the dialogue. I'll read it slowly one time, then at full speed. Go over the English, and then we can do question time, and you can ask me any other questions that you might have. So Yuki says, 泳がせたいの? どこを? まあ、川とか? 川とか? そう。どんな犬を飼いたい? 大きい犬? 小さい犬? 大きい犬だったらたくさん散歩してあげたいな。それとソリを引っ張ってもらいたい。いいね。私は乗せてもらいたい。小さい犬なら抱っこさせてあげるよ。Okay, so full speed. Although I did start that at full speed. 泳がせたいの? どこ? 川とか? そう。どんな犬を飼いたい? 大きい犬? 小さい犬? 大きい犬だったらたくさん散歩してあげたいな。それとソリを引っ張ってもらいたい。いいね。私は乗せてもらいたい。小さい犬なら抱っこさせてあげるよ。Wait. 泳がせたいの? 泳がせたいの? どこ? I don't understand this sentence. All right, let's go over the English for that. First sentence was, You want to let me swim. どこ? You want to let it swim? Where? Or in where? まあ、泳がせたい, so want. You want to let it swim. 泳がせたい. 川とか? Okay. Well, in rivers and stuff? 川とか? そう。Really? そう。どんな犬を飼いたい? What kind of dog do you want to raise? 飼う is to raise a pet or to have a pet. 大きい犬? 小さい犬? A big dog? A small dog? 大きい犬? 小さい犬? 大きい犬だったら It's a big dog. たくさん散歩してあげたいな. I want to take it for lots of walks. Literally, I want to... Oh, that's not that's not the causative. That's literally just I want to take it for walks. それとそれを引っ張ってもらいたい. Also, I want to have it pull a sled for me. 引っ張ってもらいたい. Okay, that's also not the causative. That's just the てもらう. So this is sort of expressing what the difference is there. I just want to make it or have it pull a sled for me. いいね。私は乗せてもらいたい. Nice. I want it to let me ride it. So here we finally have a causative sentence. 小さいってもらいたい. Also, I want to have it pull a sled for me. 引っ張ってもらいたい. Okay, that's also not the causative. That's just the てもらう. So this is sort of expressing what the difference is there. I just want to make it or have it pull a sled for me. いいね。私は乗せてもらいたい. Nice. I want it to let me ride it. So here we finally have a causative sentence. 小さい犬なら抱っこさせてあげるよ. If it is a small dog, I'll let you hold it. So I'll allow you to hold it. 抱っこ is to hold or to hug something. Especially if it's small. 抱っこさせてあげる. So てもらう on its own is sort of like the causative because it's getting someone to do something for me. 乗せてもらいたい. I want it to let me ride it. 乗せてもらいたい. So it's sort of like the causative, but slightly different. So tell us something that your parents let you do as a child, allowed you to do. So 子供の時、母は僕に泳がせてくれました. So when I was a child, my mother let me swim. So this is the opposite of the other sentence, despite looking almost the same. 子供の時、母は僕に泳がせ
Wait, what the question? Tell us something that your parents let you do as a child.
almost the same. 子
供の時、母は僕にゲームをしてゲームを wait する in te form ゲームをさせてくれました。ゲームをさせてくれました。
僕に泳がせてくれました。
子供の時、母は僕にゲームをさせてくれました。
It's time to move on to commands in Japanese. So the command that is explained in Genki lesson 22 is nasai. Now, this command is aimed at someone who's generally lower than you in rank, usually parents towards children or teachers towards children, but sometimes people who are way up above you in the company might use this, maybe. And it's also used in test instructions. So if you're taking the JLPT, for example, or when Japanese students are taking tests, I actually had to record a test I recorded it here in this studio for the high school that I work at part-time. We recorded an English test for them, and Yuki read out the instructions in Japanese, and she was using nasai, nasai, nasai over and over again for all of the instructions. So it's very common on tests. So that's one reason it's important to learn it, even if you don't plan on commanding children to do things or being a teacher in Japan for kids. To make the nasai command form, you use the mas stem for both ichidan or whatever and godan verbs and add nasai, and that's it. Now, Genki mentions in their footnotes and in a couple little sections within the section a bunch of other commands, and I figured I should go over them quickly because these ones they're going to show up a lot when you're studying, reading stuff, or you probably won't use these ones too much, but you'll hear them a lot. This is the imperative form, and it's a very strong command, and you probably shouldn't use it, but you're going to hear it a lot, and you might use it someday, but you should be careful with it. It's a direct command, very strong. So this is for go down verbs. You just go to the A column, and then you're done. That's it. That is the command form. For ichidan verbs, you go to the O column. So basically, the do, you turn it into do. So So yeah, for aruku, which is a go down verb, you just go down to the A column, aruke, and that means walk. It's a command, direct command. For an ichidan verb, it's
you go
miru,
to miro.
Look, direct command.
Okay.
With it. It's a
I've seen a couple of ro or okay, so go down a column. Okay, that's what it means. Go down, but I don't remember reading it somehow. A column, godan A column. A column, okay. Godan is A column. Ichidan is O column. Ichidan is O column. O column. O column. Ru. Ro.
Now, Genki mentions in their footnotes, figured I should go over them quickly because these
The imperative form is a very strong command. Be careful with this one.
ones too much, but you'll hear them a lot. This is the imperative form, and it's a
This is the imperative. I was okay. I thought I never did imperative form when I saw it in Game Gengo. Where is it? Game Gengo. Okay. Every Japanese verb conjugation.
This video is brought to you
Every verb conjugation, and we have here the imperative. Miro, tabero. That's where it comes from. I completely forgot about imperative form. I read it in Genki, but I still forgot. Somehow it just vanished from my memory. So miro, tabero, nero. I don't know. This is. I also don't know. Nomu. Nome. And keke. I think. But shine. But that's where it comes from. This is the imperative. I thought I had never done it. So I'm sorry, I apologize. I did every verb conjugations by so far. But I still forget. Like, okay, we are humans, we forget. So, okay, this is the imperative command. Imperative form. Okay.
very strong command, and you probably shouldn't use it, but you're going to hear it a lot, and you might use it someday, but you should be careful with it. It's a direct command, very strong. So this is for go down verbs. You just go to the A column, and then you're done. That's it. That is the command form. For ichidan verbs, you go to the O column. Aruku, which is a go down verb, you just go down to the A column, aruke, and that means walk. It's a command, direct command.
That's it.
For an ichidan verb, it's
for ichidan miro. Okay, easy. I know. So imperative form of godan. Okay, imperative form of godan. Aruku becomes aruke. Okay, aruku. I have to write it. I need to write it. And I like to write kanji also. Aruku. I wrote aruku so many times now. Aruku becomes dictionary. Becomes aruke. Aruke. Imperative form. And ichidan, imperative form of ichidan. Ichidan, miru becomes miro. Miru becomes miro. Imperative form. Okay.
Miro, look, direct command. And that's it. The only other one that they cover down in the footnotes there is this one, and that is the dictionary form plus na. Dictionary form
imperative.
plus na. So for example, taberu na. And that means don't do something. So it's a command to not do that thing. And all you need for that is the dictionary form plus na.
Don't
so here
do that.
they all are in practice, plus an extra one for you. Tabenasai. Eat. You'll hear parents telling their kids this in every restaurant you go.
That's the imperative form. I did it. Now I remember. Now I remember doing tabenasai. Okay, I remember. So dictionary. Now I feel happy. Now I feel happy because I thought I was missing something, but now it's complete. So now I know that I did every verb conjugation. Now the only thing I need is to watch the game Gengo video and also to make an Excel, to make like Yuki gave us a very useful Excel which has all the conjugations. That's what I need to do. I will read, I will study that Excel and watch the video of Game Gengo and make my own list, my own conjugations with examples, with a lot of examples, a lot of sentences. I make my own sentences and hopefully I also do a video teaching. Hello Yuki, how is it going? I just figured out the imperative form just now and I feel happy because I thought I was missing something, but now I know that I did every verb conjugation. I think this so is N4 and N5 does Genki contain all of the conjugations in the Japanese language? If that's so, I think I did all of the conjugations so far. So we are making progress. We are making progress.
Na. So here they all are in practice.
Tabenasai. Tabenasai. Yes, I had it in my conjugation table. And I remember you noticed it and were like, what is that? Yeah. But we actually did it in Genki. But somehow I forgot about it. But now I remember that we did it from Tabenasai. I remember. Somehow it's vanished from my memory.
Tabenasai. Eat. You'll
But
hear
now I know from
telling their kids this in every restaurant.
Parents. I remember reading in Genki about parents using this, the imperative. Maybe I just didn't know it by the name imperative. But okay, now I feel complete. And I feel happy. Because I thought I was missing something when I didn't know about the imperative. Now I feel happy. Okay. Tabenasai. I thought I didn't read Genki very well, and I thought I wasted time reading. But now I feel happy. Now I feel that it was worth it. I think we need to plug in the charger. Plug in the charger. Okay. So yeah, we are on a very good track. We are on the right track. And soon we learn all the conjugations.
Forever in Japan. The next one is
Tabena.
You can actually drop the ending of this and make it sound a lot gentler. And that's tabena. Go ahead and eat. It's more like you'll hear like older people saying this to younger people or people above you saying it to if you're below them. If you want to like eat something, for example, and you're like, ooh, that looks good, and someone will say tabena, it's a shortened form of tabenasai, which is like a command, but it's softened. It's like, go ahead, you can eat it. Go ahead, eat.
By the way, I had a question this whole time. How do Japanese people or Chinese write fast? So with the pen, okay, with the keyboard, I understand. But if they write with pen, how do they write fast? Let's just, how do Japanese people write fast. How to write? No, I want to see them writing fast. How? Wait, how to? Because I'm writing tabe, and it takes a lot of time. How do Japanese people handwrite? Or Chinese. Quickly take notes. Yeah, how do they take notes in classes in university? Like when they have to write all of this kanji, how do they write fast? In English, yeah, it's less strokes. Probably require a similar amount. I think 3 in English is 4 letters. It's just, yeah, 3 is easy, but what about the other kanjis? Vari per kanji, but even something like language and yomu are probably a fairly similar amount of movements. Okay, that's it. Maybe they are used to it. Natives are pretty damn fast at writing. If they write a lot. Yeah. Maybe they are like they are writing their whole life. So what he's trying to say, but even something like language or Go or something are probably a fairly similar amount of movement. The similar amount of movement to the language we write. Yeah, maybe that's right. So it's just one kanji for language, and we write like language with language. It takes the same amount of time. Maybe it takes the same amount of time. As fast? Yeah, this is what I was looking for.
Can Chinese people write Chinese as fast as people do in Japanese? Find your answer in this video.
This is the exact video that I was looking for. Okay. It's the same. You just get used to it. And also the kanji is written differently, not like the keyboard. Like you find a ways to make it faster. I remember years ago in Japanese class, I wanted to know the first kanji in the word. Wakuse, planet, wakuse. And my teacher didn't know, so she wrote it in a split second. Even though she didn't know it, she double checked whether she wrote it correctly or not, and looked it up at home so she could tell me by next class. Still baffled how she was able to write it even though she didn't even know. Yeah, I think language becomes part of the brain, you know, as you grow up. And whether it's English, it's Japanese, Chinese, it's Greek. You just have a filter, like a filter in your brain, maybe called the language filter. That's develops over time when you learn a language, and the language becomes part of your brain. And you have a feeling for a language. Even if it's not your native language, even if you learn a language, for me, in English, for example, I developed this filter slowly, after years of learning. And I feel like I'm developing this feeling, this filter in my brain for Japanese. But slowly, so you develop. this is for example is tabe, no? This is tabe. It's like tabe, the one that I was writing here. This maybe. So it's different. Yeah, handwriting is not like the keyboard, you know, the text, digital characters.
Chinese.
This is Japanese. This is Chinese. Okay. Oh, very okay. This is iku, to go, similar. This is tabe also, I think. And also each person will definitely have a different handwriting, like we have in English, for example. Okay, so it's the same. You just, yeah. Okay, now that's that.
Okay, that's all for today. Thanks.
This video answered my question.
Hi, station. 下一个语将会 Next station is
It's as the other guy said on Reddit. It's the same strokes. If you look at it objectively or something, it's the same amount of strokes, but it's more horizontal. Japanese characters are more narrowed.
Shenzhen North Station.
Your handwriting is very beautiful.
Can transfer. Hong Kong. 乘客可转乘
Okay.
乘客
Yeah,
可
but-
转乘
I don't understand this.
4号线龙华线
Okay. My question has been answered. Where we are here. So commands tabero. Okay, 5 minutes. I will go to the toilet and come back.
ماخذ 25 وانت ماخذ 30 جمال ماخذ 10 واحمد ماخذ من عندي 25 ولا 30 يعني تعطوني تصير عندي مو بيصير عندي ما عندي انت تعطوني مو هيك يعني جمال اذا قال هاي 10 تاخذوا بيناتنا محمد قال هاي 25 ما تقدرون تقسموا بيناتنا وانت تقول هاي 20 تقسموا بيناتنا صار عندي ولا صار عندي؟ ما تشوف بس اطلع في الكاميرا
Okay, let's go.
Like a command. So, 食べな, go ahead and eat.
食べな? 食べろ. Eat.
Mom's very angry now. 食べろ.
食べろ.
Probably at her husband. 食べるな.
食べるな.
Means do not eat. Maybe there's poison in it. 食べるな. Don't eat it. These are all too strong, really, to be used in daily conversation. You're never going to use them at work. You'll hear them in anime and see them in manga all the time. You'll probably see them on TV, just regular TV shows, and you'll probably see them in books from time to time. So it is important to know them. 食べなさい you'll hear a lot more.
食べるな.
And you'll probably even get to use it if you come to Japan and, for example, teach here. Some more complicated sentences. それをやめな. So it is
食べるな. 食べるな. Okay, so it's like the other what do you call Sonkeigo or something. You don't use it often. 食べるな. 食べるな. Don't eat. Do not eat. Do not.
It is important to know them. 食べなさい you'll hear a lot more.
Do not
and you'll
eat.
probably even get to use it if you come to Japan and, for example, teach here. Some more complicated sentences. それをやめなさい.
それをやめなさい.
Another one you're going to hear parents telling their kids all the time. それは
それはやめなさい. それをやめなさい.
遅くまで寝る.
それをやめなさい. So それをやめなさい。やめなさい。それをやめなさい。Stop doing that. それをやめなさい。
のをやめなさい. Stop sleeping until late in the day.
遅くまで。
遅くまで寝るの. So the no is the nominalizer, so it turns this into a noun. so we can treat it as the thing you want them to stop doing. やめなさい. やめる means to quit or stop. So this could be anything. 遅くまで寝るのをやめなさい. Stop sleeping until late in the day, for example. I'm talking to myself. 行きたいなら行きなさいよ. If it's true you want to go, go, man. This sentence I wanted to put because Genki, the description in Genki sort of makes this sound like it's a little bit rude, but it's really not. It's actually a polite command. It's technically polite. It's just that you're speaking to someone below you in rank. But it is a polite way to command someone below you to do something. So this is sort of endearing, almost like 行きたいなら行きなさいよ.
行きたい.
If you want to go, then go. It's okay. You can use this for people who are younger than you, below you in rank, or for kids. So don't be afraid to use it. やめろ! Stop! You'll hear this one in any video game you play, any anime you watch. Someone's gonna say, やめろ! That brings us to the dialogue. I'll read it slowly one time and then a full stop.
If it's true you want to go, if it's true you want to go, if it's true you want to go, go, man. Go, man. やめろ! Okay, やめろ is, I would write it, okay. やめろ. Yuki, Erenina tag on Titan. やめろ! Ah, okay, so it is important. I will write it for sure. So やめろ! I was going, by the way, I was going to watch Attack of Titan, but something happened and I didn't. Maybe I'll try to watch it. I was going to watch it with someone. Yamero. Bro, O is also very nice to write. So I really like writing O and Ka. O and Ka are my favorite characters. And also Taberu. But I really hate Ru. I really hate Re. I could never write Re beautifully or right. I always struggle to write Re. Re and Ro. Ro and Ru. Ru. Re, Ro. Ru, Re, Ro are the worst characters to write. Stop.
You'll hear this one in any video game.
So I struggle a lot with so as also. So, Re, and also Wa, I think.
You
Wa.
play.
O is very nice to write. O also O. O Me is nice. O Wo. I mean Wo and Ka are my favorite characters.
Any anime you watch, someone's gonna say "Yamero." That brings us to the dialogue. I'll read it slowly one time and then at full speed. We'll go to questions. Any questions that you might have about this section or any other section. If you're still with us on the replay, let me know down in the comments by saying, I'm still here, man.
Yamero.
Okay, Mami-san.
Yamero.
待ちなさい。大丈夫ですよ。
待ちなさい。
かわいいね。この
大丈夫
子。
ですよ。
かわいいけど、こら、やめなさい。
やめなさい。
おい、噛むな。
おい、噛むな。
ごめんなさい。
ごめんなさい。
のみちゃん、
のみちゃん、
こっちに
こっち
来なさい。
に来なさい。
この靴は
この靴は
真新しいよ。
真新しいよ。
やめろ。
やめろ。
ごめんな
ごめ
さい。
んなさい。
のみちゃん、
の
ダメ。
みちゃん、ダメ。
Full speed。待ちなさい。
待ちなさい。
大丈夫ですよ。
大丈夫ですよ。
かわいいね、この子。
かわいいね。
かわいいけど、こら、
かわいいけど
やめなさい。おい、噛むな。
おい、噛むな。
ごめんなさい。のみちゃん、こっちに来なさい。この靴は真新しいよ。やめろ。ごめんなさい。のみちゃん、ダメ。Alright, let's go over the English. 待ちなさい。Wait. 大丈夫ですよ。かわいいね、この子。It's okay. He's cute, this guy. Literally.
Kawaii cute but.
Kora!
Kora.
Yamenasai!
Yamenasai.
Kora means, hey, stop! Kora!
Kora, okay.
Yamenasai, stop. Oi, kamuna!
Oi, kamuna.
Hey, don't bite. So this is the negative, don't
Kamu.
do something. Kamuna!
The cat was beating my finger, and Onyaman told me kamu means beat. Kamuna, don't bite. So I think kamu or kamu, don't bite. Kamuna, don't bite. Yeah. I remember Onyaman said it.
Bite. So this is the negative, don't do something. Kamuna!
Kamuna, don't bite. Here. Don't bite my finger. Yubi or Yubi o kamuna, don't bite my finger.
Nomi-chan kochi ni kinasai.
Yubi o kamuna, yeah.
I'm sorry, Normie. That's the name of my grandmother's dog, so that's why we used it. One of her dogs. Come over here. Kochi ni kinasai. Come over here.
Neko wa yubi o kamuna. Neko wa yubi o kamuna.
この靴は真新しいよ。
真
These
新しいよ。
shoes are brand new. やめろ。
やめろ。
Stop it. You could obviously say this to dogs and it's fine. Or cats.
ごめんなさい。
Nasai is also used a lot for animals.
ごめんなさい。
ごめんなさい。のみちゃんダ
のみ
メ。
ちゃんダメ。
I'm sorry, Normie. No. ダメ. Alright, question time. Tell your imaginary or real child or pet to do something. のみちゃん食べなさい。Normie.
猫さん、噛むな、指を噛むな。猫さん、猫ちゃん、指を噛むな、指を噛むな。テミミス君の指が猫に噛まれた。指が猫に噛むな。was bitten. 噛まれた。So yeah,
Eat.
I think that's
Alright.
how you learn.
That's a good section. This section's
Okay, so by the way, Yuki, yesterday, okay, so I was watching this. Yesterday I tried to play Ghost of
full-scale invasion his country.
Ghost of Tsunishima, and
Had ever
it
known.
was amazing game. It was a very nice game.
And so,
It was about the Mongol invasion, and like this one, like this video talks about the Mongol invasion, and the hero, I forgot his name,
for the
was
first
trying
time
to
in
free
his young
Japan.
life,
So I really want to make a live stream playing the game Ghost of Tsushima.
how had Japan got here? Conversations about
I'll
travel, business.
I'll read about the history. I will watch this video and play the game. The very first real kamikaze came from the Mongol invasion. Kamikaze, you mean the kamikaze? What does kamikaze mean? To go to infiltrate, to suicide something. So I know kamikaze drone, which is a suicide drone. Kamikaze, member of Japanese air attack corps in World War II, assigned to make a suicidal crash. Yeah, suicidal. Kamikaze. Actually, Shimpu. So the samurai is a kamikaze. Does kamikaze literally mean? The name kamikaze means heavenly or divine wind. Bro, the name was resurrected from Japanese history, stemming from the 16th century tale of a Mongol emperor whose fleet was sunk or turned by the gods, who sent a heavenly wind. So I am very excited to play the game. I tried it yesterday. It was beautiful.
Ninigi no Mikado to Earth as the first ruler of the land. But it was not only Ninigi who descended to Earth. His father...
It's really the game I want to play. It's really my type of game. Literally, godly wind. The Mongol fleet was sunk by a typhoon, and the typhoon was named Kamikaze. So godly wind. Kamikaze means godly wind. Okay. Ah, it has the wind. Kaze. Ah, kaze. Kaze. We looked. I think I remember kaze. Wait, kaze. Kaze, the sick means wicked cold. So this one means wicked wind. This means wicked. Hex. So kaze. Kaze means cold. Common cold disease. Wicked, because they thought that the gods protected Japan from the Mongol. Bro, it has
Susanoo,
the game has a huge history.
god of storm,
Susanoo is the Itachi's eye.
was uncouth and brash, was banished from heaven for his foul and evil behavior. While Susanoo's people conquered and flourished in Izumo in the west of the island of Honshu, Ninigi's people also prospered and multiplied in the south.
Bro, Japanese people have a huge and beautiful imagination, and I think that's where the anime and all of this stuff comes from the huge history of myths and stories of the past. They have very nice imagination.
Within 3 generations,
Their
had grown
history is full of myths, full of mythology, and it's beautiful.
powerful enough to thrust north to central Honshu, battling foes to establish a new power base.
I think
Its
China is
names
also
were
the same.
myriad,
China is also the same, but maybe Japan is more.
but most know it as Yamatai. Yamatai was ruled over by an emperor, Jimmu,
Like all of the Susanoo, Amaterasu, and all of that.
a line that was to last forever.
I'll watch this video for sure.
Of course, it was probably not quite as Yasumaro told it. For Yasumaro to serve a deity
Anyways, well, I don't know. Do we need to watch it on stream? Is it okay if we watch it on stream? It's a long one. It's basically the beginning of Japan, but also definitely will talk about the Mongol invasion. I will read about the Mongol invasion for sure. But anyways, let's just finish now and watch the Japanese history later.
Gonna slow us down a little bit. This section is another if, and that is the ba one.
Okay,
we've
ba,
covered
I know
part.
ba.
Remember
I know
ba
ba.
yokata? Yeah, I remember ba yokata. I was
Ba-yokata.
very annoyed about ba yokata. I did a rant about ba yokata and the fact that they taught you how to make the ba form in, what was it, lesson 17 or 18 or something? But not what it meant. Just how to use it in a form that needed it. Completely insane to me.
If, which means ba, okay. Ba.
Yeah, I remember ba yokata. I was very annoyed about ba yokata. I did a rant about ba yokata and the fact that they taught you how to make the ba form in, what was it?
You feel like wandering through a methodological wonderland when you visit the temples and the shrine and learn a bit about their history. Yeah. And it's beautiful. It's full of imagination. It opens your mind. I like it a lot. From the day I learned that Naruto is based on real mythology, I was very excited to read about the Japanese history.
Lesson 17 or 18 or something?
Like Jiraiya, for example, is a real person. The frogs and all of that. Orochimaru and Tsunade, they are all mythological characters.
But not what it meant. Just how to use it in a form that needed it. Completely insane to me.
Last week I finished my book about Shintoism in Japan. Yeah, it has mythology. Yeah, you said about the history of Japan, how Japan was formed. It's full of mythology. And from all of the mythologies, you understand the way of thinking of the people today, of the Japanese people today. So you understand why Japan is like this now today. Their culture and all of that.
Me. And here we are in lesson 22, and we're finally going to learn what the ba form is for, instead of just how to use it in another, more complicated form. Good job, Genki. All right, so let's just do a quick review, since you probably already know how to make the ba form from that lesson, of how to do it. We're going to do a crash course in Godan conjugation again, just for those of you on the stream.
By the way, Yuki, what is the book? The book you said it's in German? I want such a book. I want such a book. I need to read such a book. Do you what is the name? What is the name of the book? Can I search for it in books and get it in a PDF? Book about Shintoism? Shintoism? Shinto books. The essence of Shinto. Very good read. Maybe take a picture of the cover and upload it. Take it, of course, take it. I need to read something like that. I'll watch the video, 1 hour video, and read something I want to read. I think that because I always wanted to read, I never read a book in my life, but I want to start reading, and I think this one, this topic will make me want to read. Reading a book is very important, very necessary. And I want an interesting topic to start reading. I must read books.
Godan conjugation talks about this.
Even if it's not available in English, maybe you'll find similar book, yes.
Chart. There's 5 vowel sounds, and you combine them with consonant sounds to make.
You upload it? Okay, when you upload, I'll definitely check it out. I just need the title so we can look for similar books.
The Godan conjugation chart. This is the ku set for aduku. Dictionary forms of verbs end in the u sound, so aduku is the dictionary
It
form.
becomes
Move up
e.
and down the chart and add different endings to make different conjugations for Godan verbs in Japanese. Many different verbs are Godan verbs in Japanese. Pretty much all of them, except for the ones that end in the sound iru or edu. Those are called ichidan verbs, but you don't have to worry about that for the ba conditional. They all are conjugated the same way. Even ichidan verbs are conjugated like Godan verbs when you're doing the ba form. So that's nice, right? So taberu, you don't cut the do and add something. You just go up to the same column, the e column, and add ba. So adu ku, which is to walk. You'll move down to the e column, which is adu ke, and you add ba. So adu ke ba, adu ke ba. Go up to
A conditional plus ba. That's it. So
the same column, the e column, and add ba. So adu ku, which is to walk. You'll move down to the e column, which is adu ke, and you add ba. So adu ke ba, adu ke ba. And this means if walk.
aruku becomes aruke.
That's all.
Aruke. Okay. Aruke. K is also nice to write. K is nice. Aruku is also nice to write now. Arukeba.
All it means. If walk. Aruke ba. Now.
Dictionary.
That's all it means. If walk. Aruke ba. Now. This lesson in Genki focuses on the verbs that are conjugated into the ba form. But there is also a ba form for basically everything in Japanese. For e adjectives, for na adjectives, for nouns. And for everything in between. So by that I mean E adjectives include anything that ends in an E as in negative conjugation, so the informal negative. So tabenai, you treat that nai as an E adjective when you conjugate it. So turning it into the past tense or whatever, as well as turning it into if. So if you were to take tabenai and you wanted to say if not eat, you would use the E stem, which means you cut the E basically. Everything before it is the stem. So tabena and add kereba. Tabenakereba. If not eat. Tabenakereba. So that's important. For E adjectives, you cut the E. So you get the E adjective stem. So for tanoshii, fun, you cut the E. Tanoshikereba, if fun. And that's how you conjugate E adjectives. For na adjectives, you don't use it kereba. It's naraba, which is similar to nara, or de areba. Now, in my sense of this, de areba is a little bit more formal, a little bit more dramatic, and naraba is a little more casual in my sense of things. Nouns are treated the same way as na adjectives, naraba or de areba. Means if that noun, if that na adjective, if that E adjective. Also, tai, by the way, is treated like an E adjective. So tabe tai, want to eat. So if you want to eat, tabe ta kereba. If want to eat. The negative of na adjectives, I just want to mention this quickly. Janai, which is the negative of des. So na adjective or noun janai. So the negative of a noun, so like sensei, teacher. Sensei janai, not teacher. If not teacher, it would be sensei janakereba. So you just cut that E and add kereba. Lot going on there, right? Okay. But Genki does focus mostly on verbs. So let's go over some sentences. I'm gonna do verbs.
Let's write them down. So basically, all verbs, and uses the a column godan plus ba. Wait, what do you mean a column godan?
Include anything that ends in an E, as in that are conjugated into the ba. If walk, aruke ba. The verbs that are conjugated into the ba form. But there is also a ba form for basically everything in Japanese, for E adjectives, for na adjectives, for nouns, and for everything in between. So by that I mean E adjectives include anything that ends in an basically everything in Japanese for form. But the verbs, that's all it means. If walk, aruke ba. Now, this lesson in Genki focuses on the verbs that are conjugated into the ba form. But there is also a ba form for basically everything in Japanese, for E adjectives, for na adjectives.
Okay, I understand. But he didn't explain what is godan. What do you mean godan? Adjectives plus E adjective stem plus kereba. Kereba, an adjective no adjective plus naraba or dereba. And nouns, godan is 5-step verbs. Yeah, I understand, but what do you mean in this case? A column godan. What about ichidan? Ichidan and godan are all in the A column.
Chart. This is the end in, and add different end down. Go how to make the ba from that lesson. Those are called ichidan verbs, but you don't have to worry about that for the ba conditional. They all are conjugated the same way.
So ichidan and godan.
Ichidan verbs are conjugated like godan verbs when you're doing the ba form. So that's nice, right? So taberu, You don't cut the do and add something. You just go up to the same
食べれば
column, the A column, and add ba. So aru ku.
食べれば歩ければ The same, yeah, that's it. Okay, that's I have to remember. Don't need to worry about the rest. So every verb is a column. Okay. Nouns, noun, plus naraba or de areba. Okay. And we have no adjective now negative. No adjective. Nouns. Negative. We have no adjective. Noun. Plus じゃない。じゃなければ。
Verbs that are conjugated into the ba form. But there is also a ba form for basically everything in Japanese. For e, those, e, and no, in want e, negative if, and everything else. So let's go over some sentences. I'm going to do verbs and everything else because you might as well just learn it now. So,
勉強すれば。
勉強すれば合格します。 If you study, you'll pass. Just a basic if-then sentence. 勉強すれば合格します. If you study, you'll pass. The next sentence uses an e adjective, and that is おいしければ食べます. If it's delicious, I'll eat it. おいしければ食べます. So you're watching someone eat something, and they're like, whoa, this is amazing. You didn't want to eat it before, but now it's like, whoa, おいしければ食べます. I'll eat it if it's delicious. 先生ならば or 先生であれば. Either one is fine. Though であれば feels a little bit more formal to me. わかるでしょう. Since this has a わかるでしょう very informal sense, I'd probably use ならば. 先生ならばわかるでしょう. If you are a teacher, you'll understand for sure. I believe that nara comes from ならば. I feel like that's the case. I can't remember 100% off the top of my head. But I believe that this feels more like if it's true that you're a teacher. So just like nara. Sensei nara wakaru desho. You could use either one. Sensei nara ba wakaru desho. So this might be a little bit more formal than just plain nara. If you are a teacher, you'll understand. Right? For sure. 上手であれば見せなさい。日本語が上手であれば見せなさい。If you're good at it, show me. If you're good at Japanese, show me.
見せなさい。
日本語が上手であれば
見せなさい。
Some more complicated sentences. We have
明日は
寒くなければ山に行きたい. If tomorrow isn't cold, I want to go to the mountains. So, you conjugate negative adjectives, so 寒くない as e adjectives. So you cut the e and add ければ. 寒くなければ山に行きたい. Now,
山に行きたい.
I have no good news for you. This is a little bit hard to get used to. All this multiple layers of conjugation. 寒くない, so there's a conjugation to get it into the negative.
寒くなければ
and a second conjugation to get it into the if form. It's a little hard to get used to. But if you do it 100 times,
I can understand.
You'll start to get it.
Definitely.
You just have to use it a bunch, and you have to encounter it a bunch. I say use it a bunch, because no matter how many times you hear this, getting it out of your mouth is still going to be a little bit difficult. So,
Sure, for sure. You need to practice a lot.
So I suggest trying to make sentences like this as much as you can.
明日は
面白ければ
もっと
帰らなかったけど、
面白ければ帰らなかったけど。
If it was more interesting or fun, I wouldn't have gone home. But もっと面白ければ帰らなかったけど。神様じゃなければできないと思うよ。If you aren't God, I don't think you can do it, you know. 神じゃなければできないと思うよ。If you aren't a god, I don't think you can do it, you know.
神様じゃなければ。
前に行った方がいい。
神様じゃなければ、if you're not a god, できないと思うよ。
神じゃなければできないと思うよ。
できないと思う
I
の
don't think you can do it, you know. 見たければ前に行った方がいい。If you want to see, you should go to the front. 前に行った方がいい。So this is a combination of something from Genki 1 and ければ。見たければ。
見たければ前に行った方がいい。
前に行った方がいい。All right, so this is a fun little thing here. This is going to sort of express the difference here between tara. So for example, kitara in this case. Kitara, nara, kuru nara, ne, and ba. So we've got all these ifs. So what is the difference? So these sentences explain it pretty clearly. So the first sentence is with da. So Ando-san ga kitara kairimasu. This means if or when, depending on the context, Ando-san comes, I will go home. So if we know that Ando-san is coming, we know for a fact he's coming, then this means when Ando-san comes, I will go home. So the condition upon which I will go home is that he arrives. So Ando-san ga kitara kairimasu. Now, if the context is that we're not sure he's coming or not, then Ando-san ga kitara kairimasu. Then it means if Ando-san comes, I'll go home. But basically, what's important is that when he gets here, I'll go. Okay? So the next one is nara. So Ando-san ga kuru nara kairimasu. If it's true that Ando-san will come, I'll go home. Now, he doesn't actually have to show up. This doesn't matter. Like, there's no, like, tada, when he gets there, I'm going to go home. So the condition for me going home is him arriving. The condition for me going home in this case is whether or not it's true that he's coming. So this sentence is kind of rough in this situation. It's like, oh, if he's coming, I'm going home. He doesn't have to arrive before I go home. It's the fact that he's coming. If that is true, then I'm going home.
So Nara, he doesn't have to come for me to go. Just if it's true that he decided to come, like still not come, I will go.
Big difference between those two there. I hope you can see that. The next one is Ando-san ga kureba kairimasu. So this one is if Ando-san comes, I'll go home. If not, I'll stay. So this is sort of putting some emphasis on that condition. If he comes, I'll go. So, and when he arrives. So when he arrives, if he comes, I'll go home. And when he arrives, I will go home. So the condition of me going home is him arriving. That's what it's focusing on, more on the condition. That's it. It's a little bit more focused on the condition than this one up here, which is just like, it's more focused on me going home. And here's the condition for me going home, whereas this one is more focused on the condition of Ando-san ga kureba kairimasu. If Ando-san comes, I'll go home. And then if that condition is not met, I'm not going to go home. I'm going to stay. So that's the more important part of this. But these are often interchangeable for when it's uncertain if the person is coming. If it's uncertain whether or not the person is coming, then they're somewhat interchangeable. If we know for a fact they're coming, you're probably going to go with tada more often. But nara is very different from these. And that should express it.
Does ba only apply to sentences where the outcome is positive as mentioned in Genki? The Dictionary of Basic Japanese Grammar doesn't mention it, and
Yuki looked it up. There's nothing about it in Japanese websites that are going over the differences, especially between ba, tara, and other things. But an interesting thing that she did mention was at the end of a couple of the articles, or at least the one she was reading just now, they said if you're not sure which to use, a safe bet is tara, because that one covers most of the bases. So if you're not sure which to use, go with tara. All right, so let's go over the dialogue. I'll read it slowly one time, then at full speed. Then we'll go over the English and get to question time. So, 本当にごめんなさい。まあ、いいけど、小さい犬を飼えば、トレーニングが楽だと思った。まあ、かわいいけど、少し大変ですね。どうしよう。 トレーナーにお願いすれば
お願いすれば
言うことを
言うこ
聞
とを
くよ。
聞く
Full
よ。
speed 本当にごめんなさい。
本当にごめん
まあ
なさい。
いいけど。
まあいいけど。
小さい犬を飼えば
小さい犬を
トレーニングが楽だと思った。
トレーニングが楽
まあ可愛いけど少し大変ですね。どうしよう。トレーナーにお願いすれば言うことを聞くよ。Let's go with the English. 本当にごめんなさい。I'm really sorry. まあいいけど。Well, it's okay, but 小さい犬を飼えば
小さい犬を飼
I
えば
thought if I had a small dog, トレーニングが楽だと思った。
トレーニングが楽だ
I thought training
と
would
思
be
っ
easy. 楽 can be translated as easy or comfortable. まあ、可愛いけど well, he's cute, but excuse me, 少し大変ですね。He's a little difficult, isn't he? どうしよう。
どうしよう。
What should I do? トレーナーにお願いすれば
お願いすれば
言うことを聞くよ。
言うことを
If you ask a trainer for help, he will listen to what you say, you know. This sort of implies that he's not going to listen to what she says unless she gets a trainer, because the focus is more on the context here. That's the most important part of the sentence. トレーナーにお願いすれば言うことを聞くよ. All right, so let's go into question time here. What will you do tomorrow if the weather is nice? So you can use this pattern. 明日天気が良ければハイキングしたい. Most of you probably remember that E,
明日天気が良ければサッカーをしたい。サッカーしたい。
the adjective E, good, is actually a colloquialized version of yoi. So when you conjugate it, you need to change it back to yoi before you conjugate it. So that's the same case here when you do the ba conjugation. So E becomes yokereba. If the weather is nice tomorrow, hiking stai. I want to hike. So what do you want to do if the weather is nice tomorrow? All right, so let's go ahead and jump onto despite.
Okay, noni easy, noni very easy. 5 minutes and I'll come back. Less than 5 minutes. Okay, let's go.
Which is noni, despite or but, with noni. So we can use it with a lot of different constructions. It's very similar in usage to things like ga or kedo, but it means something slightly different. So we take the short form of, one of these things. We have noni, and then because of course it means despite, we have an unexpected fact. So despite this, unexpectedly, this. And that's what noni indicates. So for verbs, we can take the short present or past tense plus noni. For e-adjectives, they're just e-adjectives on their own, or the past tense of an e-adjective. So it could be tanoshii or tanoshikatta, noni. And then for na-adjectives, we need to have na before noni. So if we're saying kirei na noni, kirei na noni. For nouns, we also need to use na. So sensei
Wait,
na
again. I was not pasting it. Posted a cover of the book about the Japanese mythology on Discord. Let's find a similar book. Okay, so wait. Japanese mythology. Okay. Daichi Kobayashi. So this is the author of the book, Daichi Kobayashi. Mythology. Daichi Kobayashi is the author. Daichi Kobayashi. Okay. So yeah, it definitely that is an English translation. Or is it only German? Okay, I will definitely look into it. I need to start reading books, and I think such book is definitely going to make me get into reading. There is no English version. Okay, so we find similar books. Okay, anyways, I definitely need to start reading books, and such books, similar books to this, will definitely start get me to start reading books.
So let's go ahead and jump onto despite.
I will look into it.
Which is noni, despite or but, with noni. So we can use it with a lot of different constructions. It's very similar in usage to things like ga or kedo, but it means something slightly different. So we take the short form of, one of these things, we have noni, and then because of course it means despite, we have an unexpected fact. So
verbs, short present. But the cover of the book looks amazing. So what does it talk about? What's the book about? Short present, past plus noni.
Despite this, unexpectedly this.
Adjective adjective past plus noni, adjective, na, adjective plus na plus noni. No. Plus noni, no adjective. Noun. Past. Plus no adjective. Noun. Plus data.
Noni indicates. So for verbs, we can take the short present or past tense plus noni. For e-adjectives, they're just e-adjectives on their own, or the past tense of an e-adjective. So it could be tanoshii or tanoshikatta, no ni. And then for na adjectives, we need to have na before no ni. So if we're saying kirei na no ni.
About mythology and the Shintoist belief system, the different festivals in Japan, what shrines and temples look like, and what different parts of the temple serve what purpose. Plus, a small collection of short stories that are part of the Japanese heritage. Okay, so it mentions like different stories about mythologies.
Na no ni. For nouns, we also need to use na. So sensei na no ni. So it's not an adjective, it's a noun, but we're going to be using...
Okay, nice. Such a book. I need such a book. I was looking, because I really, for a long time, I have a collection of books, but I struggle to start reading. I don't know, I read one page. I said that I need to read 30 minutes, okay, every day. I read one day, but the next day I just don't read. I don't know why. Maybe the topic that maybe I didn't find a topic that would make me enjoy reading. And I think this topic about Japanese is going to make me want to start reading. So I have a lot of books like Tao Te Ching, Heart of Darkness, and business books, a lot of business books also, .com Secrets, because I want to make money also, Millionaire Fast Lane and whatever, Deep Work. Alamut, there is a book Alamut. The Word of Sophie, which is about philosophy. I also want to read a lot of philosophy books. The Way of Man also, because I want to be a leader. The Three Body Problem, there is a very nice book. I don't know if it's nice. They say it's nice, but I didn't read it. I tried to read it, but I just couldn't. The Three Body Problem. It has 3 books. I think they say it's one of the best Chinese book. I don't know what's about, to be honest. And yeah, I don't know. I just can't get myself to read. Maybe a book about Japanese mythology will get me to read. But yeah, anyways, this is my struggle with reading. I regret not reading books in the past, but I don't know, how would I read? I cannot bring myself now to read. How do I expect my past self to read?
Na before no ni. For na adjectives and nouns in the past tense, so for example, they were a teacher, sensei datta no ni. You're going to use the short form of the past tense of da. So sensei datta no ni.
Sensei datta
Despite
no ni.
being a teacher, something. And that's the rules. So let's jump into some example sentences. 走っているのに進まない. Despite the fact that I'm running, I don't progress. So this is maybe a dream. Having a dream.
走っているのに進まない.
Dream. 走っているのに進まない. Despite the fact I'm running, I don't progress. So
Okay.
this is the short form of teiru form, so that's fine. You can use the teiru form. No ni, despite that. Susumanai, don't progress. So you'd expect that you'd be progressing if you're running. So the unexpected fact is that you're not progressing, despite. It can also be translated as but despite works here as well. So takai no ni gomi da. It's expensive, but it's garbage. You could also translate this as despite the fact that it's expensive, or despite it is expensive, despite the fact it's expensive, despite it being expensive, it's garbage. It's expensive, but it's garbage. It rolls off the tongue a little better, but it's not the same but as ga.
Taika no ni, even though, wait, for me, I would say takai no ni gomi da. Even though it's expensive, it's garbage.
It can also be translated as but despite works here as well. So takai no ni gomi da. It's expensive, but it's garbage. You could also translate this as despite the fact that it's expensive, or despite it is expensive, despite
It's
the fact
garbage.
it's expensive, despite it
高いのに
being expensive, it's
ゴミだ。
garbage. It's expensive, but it's garbage. It rolls off the tongue a little better, but it's not the same but as ga or kedo. Sensei nano ni wakaranai. They're a teacher, but they don't understand. You could probably say that about me a lot. Sensei nano ni wakaranai. It could also be me speaking myself. Nihongo no sensei nano ni.
There were 5 creation gods without any defined names that gave birth to the 2 gods Izanagi and Izanami. I think it's in Naruto, who then gave birth to Amaterasu, Susanoo, Tsukuyomi, Hyuruko, Kagutsuchi, and others. 5 gods. It's the same in Naruto. The names. And Izanagi and Izanami also the same. Some in the the eye, what do you call it? Uchiha eye. I forgot the name of the eye. Itachi's eye or Sasuke's eye. But yeah, so 5 gods, there were 5 creation gods without any defined names that gave birth to the 2 gods, Izanagi and Izanami. Who then gave birth to Sharingan, the Sharingan. Yes, the Sharingan. 2 gods, Izanagi, and Izanami. Gave birth to Amaterasu, Susanoo, Tsukuyomi, and Hyuruko and Kagutsuchi. So 5 gods we don't know about the 5 gods.
Wakaranai yo. Some more complicated sentences. We have takusan aisu wo.
Sharingan actually means wheel eye. Because it has wheels, it moves. So the 5 gods, who they were, we don't know them.
Tanoni mo nai. You expected there to be ice cream because you bought a bunch. Yo. Some more complicated sentences. We have takusan aisu wo katta no ni mo nai. You expected there to be ice cream because you bought a bunch. Past tense is fine. But the unexpected fact is that mo nai. This should be purple for adverb, but that's fine. Takusan aisu wo katta no ni mo nai. Despite the fact that I bought a lot of ice cream, it's already gone. Mo, so that, I'm sorry, that should be purple. This color right here. Nai. この部屋が綺麗だったのに. So, interesting thing here. Notice that there's nothing after the no ni. So you can drop the unexpected event from a sentence that has no ni if it's obvious. Different
sources have different names for them. So there is no definite name for them that is agreed upon. Okay, so we don't know them. We don't know them. Or we just don't know their names. They are just unnamed. Anonymous.
It's based on context.
But,
so, for example, mom walks into the room. It's a disaster. この部屋が綺麗だったのに.
綺麗だったのに.
Right? So, the unexpected fact is that it's not clean now. この部屋が綺麗だったのに、綺麗じゃない. You don't have to say it because it's obvious from context. The この部屋, I'm sorry, purple for you expected there to be wakaranai yo. Some more complicated sentences. We have takusan aisu wo katta no ni mo nai. You expected there to be ice cream because you bought a bunch. Past tense is fine. But the unexpected fact is that mo nai.
Might be a hint at an even older Japanese pantheon that was lost over time.
Is fine.
Okay. So like a missing part of the story was lost. Okay.
But the unexpected fact is...
Wait, what does pantheon mean? Pantheon looks like a Greek word. Pantheon. Temple. A temple. A temple. The word pantheon derives from Greek pantheon. Yeah, but I don't even know what pantheon means in Greek. Literally, temple, pantheon is a pantheon is a temple of all gods. Of or common to all gods. From pan. Pan means tapanda. Pan. All. And theon. Theos means God. Pan theos. Oh. Pan means topan. Simban means the whole of galaxy. Panda means panda. Panda means always. But pan means topan, the everything. And theon means theos. Okay. Basically, pantheon is the entirety of all gods in a belief system. Okay. That's what it means. All gods. Pantheon. Yeah. All, everything, every god. All god. All. Pan means not every, means all.
Oh, nai. This should be purple for adverb, but that's fine.
Okay.
たくさんアイスを買ったのに。
Very, very interesting. As I'm reading the creation of 5 gods that gave the names to Izanagi and Izanami, and all the names Amaterasu and whatever, I feel very excited, to be honest. I want to read more.
Nai. Despite the fact that I bought a lot of ice cream, it's already gone. Mo, so that, I'm sorry, that should be purple. This color right here. Nai.
Wait, despite the fact, even though たくさんアイスを買ったのに, even though I bought so many ice creams, a lot of ice cream, it's already gone. もうない. Okay, already gone.
が綺麗だったのに. So, interesting thing
こ
here.
の部屋
Notice
が
that
綺
there's
麗だ
nothing
っ
after
た
the
の
noni.
に.
So you can drop the unexpected event from a sentence that has noni if it's obvious based on context. So, for example, mom walks into the room. It's a disaster. この部屋が綺麗だったのに.
綺麗だったのに.
Right? So the unexpected fact is that it's not clean now. この部屋が綺麗だったのに綺麗じゃない. You don't have to say it because it's obvious from context. Instead you say どうしたの? You don't have to say that. That's just for example. この部屋が綺麗だったのにどうしたの? This room is clean, but it's not clean now. What happened? So that's a very, very common way to just you cut off the end because or maybe something happened, someone gave you
Even though the room was clean, この部屋が綺麗だったのに.
some information, you're just like 頑張ったのに.
頑張ったのに.
You got a test result. めっちゃ勉強したのに even though I studied a lot. Right? So that's a fun way to use it. It's not fun. But. あの人は日本人なのに日本語を話せない。
日本人なのに
That person is Japanese, but they can't speak Japanese.
話せない.
Happens a lot. In other countries, obviously. So let's go ahead and jump into the dialogue. I'll read it slowly one time, then at full speed, then we'll go over the English translation, and we'll get to question time. We have one more section after this,
厳
guys.
しく
Hang
言う
in
の.
there. If you're still here, let me know in the chat or in the comments. Say, I'm still here. All right. Mami-san. 厳しく言うのに
厳しく言うのに
聞いてくれません。
話を聞いてくれません。
それは
それは
そうですよ。
そうですよ。
えちゃんとトレーニングするとき必ずおやつをあげている
あげている
あげて
あげてい
いま
ません。
ならば話を聞いてくれないでしょう。
聞いてくれないでしょう。Wait, shouldn't it be 日本語が話せない? Wait, which one was it? Wait, the previous one? あの人は日本人なのに日本語を話せない。What's the difference? 日本語を話せない。It should be with がI have no idea. So 話せる what does 話せる require? が or をOnyaman, both are okay. Ga rather than O because of potential. Because of potential. Onyaman. I don't know. Onyaman knows. Onyaman says both is okay. Does potential form what particle does potential form gets? Okay, it was hammered into my skull that you always use ga in potential form. That's why I was confused. In my Japanese classes, we've learned that if you use a verb in the potential form, you must always use ga instead of o. That's what they say. I don't know. Japanese class, for example. Well, a few days ago, I posted a short text on Lang 8 and it was corrected from Nakanaka boru wa goru no hairaramasen deshita. So, where is the ga? Where's the ga? Goru no hairaramasen deshita. Where is the ga? Nakanaka boru o. The wa instead of ga. Okay. So, boru o goru ni hairaramasen deshita. As you can see, my usage of ga was corrected to o, or usage of wa. This is in contradiction to what I've learned in Japanese class. It would be great if someone could shed some light into this matter. Thanks in advance. You didn't use ga, you used wa. Yes, I noticed that as well. I think the primary correction was your intransitive to transitive. And the o was possibly put in by the native speaker without really thinking of it is as a correction. It may be that he thought o, ga, sounded better than wa and just used o. It's possible though, I can't say for sure, that if you had initially used ga, he would have left it as it was. Okay, this guy used wa instead of ga. Doesn't look like you had ga corrected to o. Yes, that's the first thing I noticed as well. A question about the particle used with potential form. As I know when the potential form of a verb is used, wo should not be used. Instead, ga or wa should be used. So when we should use each, for example, something, Fuji-san ga noboreta. Climbed Mount Fuji. Omoi nimotsu wa mattemasu. Heavy baggage. I don't see why in the second example, particle u is used because logically baggage is the object on the whole. I think it should be the same as the first sentence where ga is used. When the potential form of a verb is being used, direct object particle o should not be used. Instead, ga or wa should be used. Different opinions. That's not really correct. You can still use o naturally in many cases. So you can still use ga and o. When using a potential form of verb, I was taught that o becomes ga. However, in real life, this seems to not always be the case. I've even heard Japanese people use o instead of ga quite often. What's the difference between the following two sentences? Question mark. Is o actually grammatically correct? Koko de kippu ga kaemasu ka? Koko de kippu o kaemasu ka? Question mark. In the ga plus potential construction, the focus is on the noun. In the o plus potential construction, the focus is on the entire phrase. It's Georgie. It's the same with Thai form 2. Both correct. So you can use o and ga. O plus potential is not yet considered standard, but has begun to gain acceptance among some speakers. From Japanese, the spoken language. Okay, that might be a good book. Okay. That I'll I'll read this book also. A well-known difference noticed by Tada is the scope of quantifiers in relevant positions. Okay, I knew about Tai, but not about potential form. The more you learn. Onyaman, Jisho means particle. The particles, yeah, particles can be tricky. I thought that I understood the particles, but the more grammar points you learn, the more you need to Joshi. The more grammar points you learn, the more you need to focus on particles. Like particle usage could changes. You have to pay more attention to them. But okay, so in potential form, you can in spoken Japanese, because I also now that you mention it, I also remember that when potential form, I read it in Genki, they said that using that O becomes ga, or O becomes ga. I remember that. I forgot what I was going to say, but it changes, so you may have to put you can use both. So we can use Nihongo ga hanasenai also. We can use both.
Because it's obvious from context.
So
Instead, you say,
better.
どうしたの? You don't have to sing, but 頑張ったのに. You got a test result. めっちゃ勉強したのに. Even though I studied a lot. Right? So that's a fun way to use it. It's not fun, but. あの人は日本人なのに日本語を話せない. Ooh. That person is Japanese, but they can't speak Japanese. Happens a lot. In other countries, obviously. So let's go ahead and jump into the...
Okay, let's see
話を
it
聞い
fast.
てくれません。それはそうで。話を聞いてくれないでしょう。Full speed. 厳しく言うのに話を聞いてくれません。それはそうですよ。ちゃんとトレーニングするとき必ずおやつをあげている？あげていません。ならば話を聞いてくれないでしょう。Okay.
Okay, if it goes either way, I'll stick to what I learned until I get a really good reason to deviate. But yeah, you can use both ga and ro, so it's not a problem. It's even better this way.
English. 厳しく言うのに話を聞いてくれません。Even though I say things in a strict manner, he won't listen to what I say. 話を聞いてくれません。それはそうですよ。
それはそうですよ。
Of course that's the case.
Of course that's the case.
ちゃんとトレーニングするとき。As you're supposed to is ちゃんと。The ちゃんと maybe should have been here, but anyway. ちゃんとトレーニングするとき。必ずおやつをあげている。Are you giving him treats? Do you give him treats without fail? 必ず。Like you're supposed to, ちゃんと。When you are training. あげていません。ならば。
厳し言うのに sounds weird. It should be 厳しく言っているのに with their form with ている Okay, so wait, so because he said in the beginning you use short, present and past plus のに but you can also use ている as well.
話を聞いてくれないでしょう。ちゃんと
厳しく言うのに It sounds weird, huh? Should be 厳しく言っているのに Okay.
あげている
Tokini Andy doesn't know very well Japanese, so what can we do? So for me, I will use 厳しく言っているのに
Are you giving him
That's
treats?
better.
Do you give him
Sounds better.
treats without fail? 必ず
What does it even mean though? Wait.
話
Even though I say things in a strict manner, he won't listen to what I say. 話を聞いてくれません. Okay. But wait, so it becomes even though I am saying,
And even though I say
even though I am saying
things in a strict
things
manner,
in a strict manner, even though I am saying things in a strict manner, 話を聞いてくれません。
え
えあ
ちゃん
ちゃんと
とトレーニングするとき、
トレーニングするとき。
as you're supposed to is ちゃんと。The ちゃんと maybe should have been here, but anyway, ちゃんとトレーニングするとき、必ずおやつをあげている。Are you giving him treats? Do you give him treats without fail? 必ず、like you're supposed to, ちゃんと when you are training. あげていません。
あげていません。
ならば話を聞いてくれないでしょう。
話を聞いてくれないでしょう。
If that's the case, ならば。You can also start sentences with ならば。If, you know, you can. If that's the case, of course he won't listen to what you say. 話を聞いてくれないでしょう。
話を聞いてくれないでしょう。
Question time. What is something you were unsatisfied with despite putting in a lot of effort? たくさん練習したのにライブできない。
ライブできない。たくさん日本語を勉強したのに話せない。Maybe the A is in response to his strange Japanese. Yes. Weird. He writes weird sentences. Onyaman pointed out his weird, strange Japanese.
Even though we practiced a lot, we can't do live shows. So
たくさん日本語を勉強したのに話せない。
Even though we practiced a lot, we can't do live shows. So let's go ahead and jump onto our last section, which is just like with no yo.
Just like, okay.
This is basically a way to create metaphors in Japanese. There are other ways to use yo ni and yo, but the only one we're covering today and that Genki covers in this lesson is using it metaphorically. A way just like
no yo ni. No yo ni.
Like with no yo ni. This is basically a way to create metaphors in Japanese. There are other ways to use yo ni and yo, but the only one we're covering today and that Genki covers in this lesson is using it metaphorically. So you take a noun and then use no yo ni plus an action or description. So done like A, so an activity happens like this, or a characteristic like this. It'll make more sense with the example sentences. But anyway, you can also do this to compare two different nouns to each other. It's sort of, you'll see it in books all the time in English, like a B like A. So I had to change the colors here so that A, B didn't look like A, B like A. It's still confusing. But anyway, noun A, no yo na, noun B. So you need to use na here when you're connecting two nouns together, when you're connecting an action and description. So you're using a metaphor to say this action happens like this noun. You use the ni particle. So let's just jump into some examples.
No
happens when you're
no yo na. No yo na. Okay, plus noun B. So A, B, like A.
It's sort of a characteristic like this.
I don't understand what
yo, but the only one we're covering today and that Genki covers in this lesson is using it metaphorically. So you take a noun and then use no yo ni plus an action or description. So done like A, so an activity happens like this, or a characteristic like this. It'll make more sense with the example sentences. But anyway, you can also do this to compare two different nouns to each other. It's sort of, you'll see it in books all the time in English, like a B like A. So I had to change the colors here so that A, B didn't look like A, B like A. It's still confusing. But anyway, noun A, no yo na, noun B. So you need to use na here when you're connecting two nouns together, when you're connecting an action and description. So you're using a metaphor to say this action happens like this noun. You use the ni particle. So let's just jump into some example sentences because it's going to make a lot more sense that way. So 太陽のように光っ
太陽 means sun. Okay, shining. Shining.
ている。
太
So,
陽の
shining like the sun.
That's what it means. To no, like A like B. Done like B. Done like B. So 太陽のように光っている. Shining like
Some
a sun.
example sentences because it's going to make
We can use this のように like in the haiku. In a haiku.
a lot more sense
In
that way. So,
poems.
太陽のように光っている。
光ってい
So,
る.
shining like the sun.
Shining like the sun. 太陽のように光っている. Okay, I need to write it down. 太陽, I know 太陽 for sure. 太陽. Okay, it's very hard. It has the Vita or B or the German Su or something. Shining like the sun. Okay. Noように. Noように. Hikaru. Hikaru means to shine. Okay. Shine or light or shine. Teiru.
So that's what I mean by metaphor. Using the word like basically or as in English. And then a noun. So shining like the sun. 太陽のように光っている. So here's the verb. We're going to be using にのように.
Okay.
新幹線のように速い. If we're using a
fast
we go
like
back
a
up here, we
bullet
have the
train.
description. So basically an adjective. You're going to be using に again. So 新幹線のように速い.
Okay.
Fast as a bullet train. For two nouns now, we're going to have the na particle. So 長野のような町. A town like Nagano. 長野のような町.
Very
A
useful.
town like Nagano. So using basically this is less like a metaphor and more like placing this within a category. A town like Nagano. So that's no longer a metaphor, but is metaphor the word I'm looking for here? Can someone confirm that? I feel like metaphor is the right word, but sometimes I mess up my English.
No,
The
it is
word I was
metaphor.
looking for this whole time was
It is metaphor.
simile. Not metaphor, simile. So, but this is not a metaphor. Some more complicated
it's not a
sentences
metaphor.
using the same patterns and the same words. We've got カレーの車は
カレーの
太陽のよう
車は
に光っている。
太陽の
His
よ
car
うに
is shining
光
like
っ
the
てい
sun.
る。
It's beautiful. アンディは
アンデ
昔
ィは昔
新幹線のよう
新幹線のように
に速かった。
速かった。
A long time ago, Andy was as fast as a bullet train. なるべく長野のような町に住みたい。If
長野のよう
possible,
な
I want to live in a town like Nagano. This is one you'd use the noun to noun comparison. So I want to live in a town similar to or like Nagano. So they're actually quite different
なるべく
in
なる
meaning.
べく
This seems more
長野の
literary, comparing
長
an
野
action
の
or
よ
a
うな町に
description to
住みた
an
い。
actual item and using it with two nouns. It's more like just making this place one of a type. In this case, machi. Let's go ahead and jump into the dialogue. I'll read it slowly one time, then at full speed.
赤ちゃんのように寝ているね。
So good job, guys. Yuki and Mami. 赤ちゃんのよ
赤ちゃ
うん
のよう
に
に寝て
寝て
い
いるね。
るね。
かわいい。
Cries like a baby.
トレ
Or
ー
sleeps.
ニングを
Sleeps like a baby.
かわいい。
Cute.
うん。
うん。
トレーニ
トレーニン
ングを
グを
始めてから
始めてから
お利口だ
お利
だよ。
口だったよ。だよ。
いいね。
いいね
私も
私も
のみちゃんの
のみちゃ
ようんな
のよう
犬を
な
飼
犬を
いたいな。
飼いたいな。
最初は
最初
こ
は
の子の
こ
ように
の子のように
暴れないといいね。
暴れないといいね。
まあ、そしたら、
そしたら
マミさんが
マ
トレ
ミさんが
ーニン
トレーニング
グし
しててく
くれる
れる
でしょう。
でしょう。
なんだと
なんだと
フォースピード。赤ちゃんのように寝ているね。かわいい。うん。トレーニングを始めてからお利口だよ。いいね。私ものみちゃんのような犬を飼いたいな。最初はこの子のように暴れないといいね。まあそしたらマミさんがトレーニングしてくれるでしょ。なんだと
なんだと
right, let's jump into the English. 赤ちゃんのように寝ているね。
寝ているね。
かわいい。
かわいい。
Sleeping like a baby. Isn't he cute? There, that's self-explanatory, I hope. トレーニングを始めてから。
初めてから。
お利口だよ。
お利口だよ。
So since we started training, I don't know if we've gone over this kata. I feel like we didn't cover kata and made in relation to time in Genki 1. We should have if we didn't, but anyway. Since we started training, お利口だよ. He's been well behaved. So お利口 means
We didn't.
well behaved.
We didn't cover kara and made. I just learned it from Anki.
Good boy, basically. Yeah, good boy. いいね. That's great. 私ものみちゃんのような犬を飼いたいな. I also want to have a dog like Normie. So this is comparing to noun, so it's more like putting him into a category of dog. A dog like Normie, similar to Normie. 最初はこの子のように暴れないといいね. This verb definitely doesn't show up in Genki, but I wanted to bring it up here because I like it. 最初, in the beginning, I hope he doesn't act violently like this one. この子のように暴れないといいね. Act violently, yeah, basically just like going crazy. Kids can 暴れる as well when they're going crazy and they're angry and stuff. Or having
みたいな also looks work in a casual way like のように. みたいに, yes, I think we did みたいに, or maybe we'll do it in the last lesson 23. But I know みたいに. I think I know みたいに, or seems like. I think we're going to do it in lesson 23. Let's see.
a fit. まあ、そうし
So
た
it's
ら
the same, but it's in a casual way.
さんがトレーニングしてくれるでしょう。
I kinda
Well, if
remember.
that happens, you'll train him for me, right? なんだと?
なんだと?
What did you say? You hear this one from time to time in shows and in anime. Maybe you can use it sometime yourself. なんだと?
なんだと?
What did you say?
What did you say? なんだと?
You're not happy about whatever you heard and you want him to say it again. なんだと?
なんだと?
All right, so I would like you to combine these two pictures just combine the two pictures using のように. This one's going to be のように. Thank you so much for being here.
強いのように Superman. Or Superman のように強い.
Using のように. This one's going to be
の
のように. Thank you so much for being here tonight, guys. Please, thumbs up を攻撃してください.
Okay.
Smash the thumbs up button. Good.
見たい. I think it's here. Even though でもと今年まで No, it's not here. I don't remember if we did it, but I think maybe I did it in Anki. あの人はスーパーマンのように強いですね。強いです。So you put the Superman before the 強い。あの人はスーパーマンのように強いです。Okay, so tomorrow we finally finish with the playlist of Genki. And we're making huge progress. Timimis wa Batman no yomu Batman no yoni Batman no yoni Muki desu. Muki means muscle, no? Means muscle. I will go to the gym now. Muki means muscular. I will go to the gym now. So we do Anki now at 4 o'clock in 30 minutes. I'll go to the gym. But tomorrow will be the last day of Genki, lesson 23. Finally, we finish. With Genki, I'll read this book also. Not this book, but I've tried to find similar books. Let's just do Genki quickly, okay? Anki quickly. And tomorrow we finish with Genki finally. I got tired of Genki. I just want to finish it so that we can move on and do other things. And do Game Gengo. I want to do Game Gengo a lot. Let's just do a little bit of Anki now. 友達が国へ帰りました。寂しいです。
友達が国へ帰りました。
Benzerka, how is it going? Benzerka, nice to see you, bro. Also, nice to see you too. That's hilarious because in German, if you refer to muscles in a casual way, you may say Muckis instead of Muskeln. So Muki is easier to remember. It's the same. Is similar to the German also. So Mukis, Muki. Muki, I remember Onyaman saying Muki long time ago. So, what a coincidence. Benzerka, how is it going? I don't remember this one. Suzushi means cool. あの人は誰ですか？あの人は誰ですか？ Muki originally comes from German. Wait, does Muki has kanji? Muki. There is no Muki. There is no kanji for Muki. Yesterday I did some sentence mining. Wait, sentence mining? When you say sentence mining, you mean you create your own deck, no? I think that's what I'm trying to do here with the... Yeah, that's what I tried to do. I think that's called sentence mining. That's what I tried to do with the Shinchan. That's what I'm going to do basically. I will do Shinchan, okay, and get letters, not letters, sentences and words and kanji, and put them in one deck. So it's called sentence mining, okay. That's what I'm going to do. What kind of sentence mining though? What kind of sentence mining? Like from video games or from anime? Wait, so Muki, what does Muki? Muki. Colloquial. Brownie. Muki. Okay, I remember it very well. I see it really has German origin. Yeah, I cannot read this. Okay. So it is German word. Was from anime, okay. So the sentence mining is actually very nice, huh? I think I will start with Shinchan and other stuff as well from movies. The Asadas, for example. I try to watch movies or shows, TV shows, with subtitles, Japanese subtitles, and copy and paste the words. I think あの人は誰ですか？ホアンさんですよ。Who's that guy? What's ホアンさん？
あの人は誰ですか？
あの人は誰ですか？
ホアンさんですよ。
ホアンさんですよ。早く寝た方がいいですよ。早く寝た方がいいですよ。
早く寝た方がいいですよ。
I use Anki Connect and Apps Player extension to automatically make cards. Apps AZB Player. Anki Connect. Connect. Anki Connect. Download. Okay, I will use Anki Connect. See Anki for more information. Wait, download as add-ons are programs downloaded from the internet. They are potentially malicious. You should only download add-ons you trust. Wait, how to download? Anki Connect. Anki Connect. Okay, download. Where is the download? All add-ons. To download this add-on, please copy and paste the following code into Anki. Paste, import. Import. No. Tools. Add-ons. Get add-ons. Store, check for updates. Code. Okay. Okay. Done. Download complete. Please restart Anki to apply changes. Okay. We got Anki Connect. Got Anki Connect. Anki Connect is Anki add-on I added. Done. It makes your Anki a server which can receive changes from external apps. And the other one you use is automatic and ASB player. ASB player for subtitles. Okay, added, done. Okay, ASB player. So what does ASB player do actually? Language learning with subtitles. You add subtitles. I use Yomitan to create a card from a new word I find, and apps player records the audio and adds a screenshot to the card. Okay. Okay, we'll got both. We'll got the Connect, and I'll try them both with the. But this one is for movies and anime. ABS player. I cannot use it with games. Okay. I will soon start mining. Okay, thank you very much. 早く寝た方がいいですよ。早く寝た方がいいですよ。
早く寝た方がいいですよ。
方がいいですよ。Yeah, this is I remember this grammar point. 方がいいですよ。早く寝た方がいいですよ。You should sleep good. You should go sleep early. 明日は多分雨だと思います。明日は多分雨だと思います。
明日は多分雨だと思います。
多分。Okay. 明日は多分雨だと思います。いいえ。結構です。
いいえ、結構です。
いいえ、結構です。いいえ、結構です。妹のパソコンを直します。not 妹、not 弟。弟のパソコンを直します。
弟のパソコンを直します。
パソコンを直します。I'll fix my brother's computer. 仕事が忙しいです。最近どう最近仕事が忙しいです。
最近仕事が忙しいです。
最近仕事が忙しいです。初めてを見ました。初めて I don't remember.
初めて桜を見ました。
桜初めて桜を見ました。Of course. 桜 Okay. Sakura flower. Wait, what does it? So it has the female kanji and a tree and some other 3 strokes. Okay, Sakura. 初めて桜を見ました。図書館に本を返します。To return. To return to the library. 図書館に本を返します。
図書館に本を返します。
図書館に本を返します。To return. 将来 the future 将来 something になりたいです。I want to become in the future. I want to become
将来研究者になりたいです。
将来研究者になりたいです。I want to become a scholar. 研究者になりたいです。That's a 洗濯機 or 掃除機 vacuum cleaner 掃除機。今日はダメですか？はい、今日はちょっと。今日はダメですか？はい、今日はちょっと。
今日はダメですか？
はい、今日はちょっと。
はい、今日はちょっと。明日映画を見ませんか？ですが、something ですが。Unfortunately、在品ですが、明日はちょっと。
明日映画を見ませんか？
残念
ですが、
明日
はちょっと。
残念ですが、明日はちょっと。明日は映画を見ませんか？ Unfortunately、残念ですが、明日はちょっと。
明日。
Let's do it again. 来月結婚します。来月結婚します。
来月結婚します。
来月結婚します。喫茶店で something を食べます。
食堂で定食を食べます。
定食を食べます。定食を食べます。涼しい、cool。
涼しい。
涼しい。病院へなりました。No. The opposite of Genki, sick. Genki means healthy, and this one is opposite.
病気になりました。
病気、yeah, 病院、yeah, that's right. This is used in hospital, 病院、病気になりました。喫茶店で友達と something しました。
食堂で友達と食事しました。
食事しました。had a meal 食事する。食堂で友達と食事しました。Okay. 急ぎましょう。Let's hurry up. ここはThat's rent. 家賃。ここは家賃が高いです。
ここは家賃が
高いです。ここは家賃が高いです。木曜日にゴミを捨てます。To throw the garbage on 木曜日 Thursday。
木曜日に ゴミを捨てます。
捨てます。木曜日ゴミを捨てます。いつか社長になりたいです。いつか社長になりたいです。I want to become a 社長 one day. One day I want to become a 社長。President, company president.
いつか社長になりたいです。
Yeah. A very weird, not weird, but a very good story. I learned a good story about how to remember Shacho and Kami and Jinja and Kaisha. So 4 words. Maybe I make a video about I need to make a video about how I learn kanjis. Videos, different videos, not one video. About each kanji. Hatsuka.
20日、
20日. Of course, 20日. 20th day is 20日. 7日.
7日、
7日. 毎日 something します。ですね。大変ですね。大変is consisted of 変な人. So weird. Plus tai, which means very or big or important. So 大変 means trouble or difficult or struggle or something. 大変ですね。難しいor no, it's not. 毎日 something.
毎日残業します。
残業します。
大変ですね。
大変ですね。毎日残業します。大変ですね。So 残業 means overtime every day. Okay. Something を閉めてもいいですか？窓を閉めてもいいですか？ Can you close the window? 窓を閉めてもいいですか？
窓を閉めてもいいですか？
閉めてもいいですか？ Can I close the window? Okay. これはアパートの鍵です。You can use ShareX to record the game audio. ShareX. ShareX, the best free and open source screenshot tool for Windows. Done. Downloaded. Which setup? Portable, no. Dev build, no. Microsoft Store is the same as in Steam. Okay, setup. Done. Downloaded. Okay. More info, run anyway. Yes. Accept the agreement. Next. Okay, next. Install. Launch ShareX. Okay, done. It's Georgie. Done. So, okay, done. It does need some setup. What kind of setup? So capture, full screen. Hey, I think we'll figure it out when we try it. We'll figure it out slowly. Yeah, we'll figure it out. Will come naturally. これはアパートの鍵です。This is the 鍵 for the アパート。
これはアパートの鍵です。
これはアパートの鍵です。早く寝た方がいいですよ。You better sleep early or you should sleep early.
早く寝た方がいいですよ。
初めて桜を見ました。So sakura is consisted of a tree, a woman, and strokes above it.
初めて
初めて。
桜を見ました。
桜を見ました。明日映画を見ませんか？残念ですが、明日はちょっと。
明日、映画を見ませんか？
残念ですね。
残念ですが、明日はちょっと。
が、by the way, means but. Unfortunately, but. 明日はちょっと、but it's hard. Tomorrow is not good for me. 喫茶店で、小を食べます。小、cool something.
食堂で定食を食べます。
定食を食べます。将来、になりたいです。scholar or scientist。将来、教師になりたいです。
将来、研究者になりたいです。
研究者になりたいです。将来、研究者になりたいです。病気になりました。I became sick. 病気になりました。
病気になりました。
喫茶店で友達と定食をしました。I had a meal.
食堂で友達と食事しました。
Anyways, 木曜日にゴミを捨てます。I throw the garbage on Thursday.
木曜日にゴミを捨てます。
ここは家賃が高いです。
ここは家賃が高いです。毎日work overtime every day. 大変ですね。overtime, I forgot. 毎日残業します。
大変ですね。
20日。Done. Let's just finish this quickly and then go to the gym.
お前が死んでしまうぞ。
お前が死んでしまうぞ。You will die. お前が死んでしまうぞ。You will die.
自分に何ができるかをずっと考えていた。
自分に何ができるかをずっと考えていた。自分に何ができるかをずっと考えていた。The whole time I was thinking about what I can do myself. Okay. 自分に何ができるかをずっと考えていた。
私はいつも君を見ている。
私はいつも君を見ている。I will always watch you. I will always be watching you. Always watching you. As for me, I'm always watching you. Okay, I like this sentence. すみません、sorry, okay.
だんだん強くなっていく。
だんだん強くなっていく。だんだん means gradually. だんだん強くなっていく。He is becoming stronger gradually.
私だ。
It's me.
返事が欲しい。
返事が欲しい。I want an answer. 返事が欲しい。I want an answer. 返事が欲しい。I want an answer.
そして僕はもう
あの夢を見ることもなくなった。As for me, I already stopped having that dream. そして僕はもうあの夢を見ることもなくなった。
いつものことじゃないですか。
いつものことじゃないですか。Shouldn't he or no? Isn't
I forgot. Isn't the same thing as always? Isn't it? We already had itsu plus mono on a previous card. It almost always means always. And pretty much never means never. It always means always and never means never. Some more words on how to say never follows on. So itsumono means always and never means never. Itsumono always means always and never means never.
悲しみに負けてはならない。
悲しみに負けてはならない。悲しみに負けてはならない。Don't be defeated by sorrow. You must not be defeated by sorrow. 悲しみに負けてはならない。
なぜ嘘をつく？
なぜ嘘をつく？なぜ嘘をつく？ Why do you lie? なぜ嘘をつく？
優しくて素敵な人だなーって。
優しくて素敵だ。優しくて素敵な人だ。だなって。優しくて he was kind. As long as it doesn't mean somehow it's fine. Always means always, never means never, and it somehow doesn't mean somehow. 優しくて素敵な人だって。He is kind and wonderful person. He's a kind and wonderful person. He's a kind and lovely person, isn't he? Question mark.
俺も
俺も
これから頑張っていくから。
これから頑張っていくから。俺も。I also これから from now I am also from now 頑張っていくから。will do my best. Going to do my best. 俺もこれから頑張っていくから。俺もこれから頑張っていくから。俺もこれから頑張っていくから。Okay. I'll also do my best from now on.
気づいていないのか。
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 気づいていないのか。You are not noticing it? Question mark? 気づいていないのか。気づいていないのか。
俺全部わかってます。
俺全部わかってます。みたいな。俺全部わかってます。みたいな。みたいな。Okay, Onyaman, the one you mentioned. This is where I saw it from, not from Genki. So, みたいな. It looks like, where is it? Onyaman wrote it before, I remember. Onyaman. みたいに、みたいな also work in casual way or like noyoni and noyona. Okay, so this is where I remember it from. 全部わかってます。みたいな。It seems or it looks like it seems that I understand everything.
俺全部わかってますみたいな。
俺全部わかってますみたいな。As for me, I completely understand. Seems like. Cover again later. Okay, that's what I saw. みたいな。Okay.
すべての問題は
人間の心から来るんだよ。すべての問題。There is a spider here. Spider hanging. I don't know if you can see it. Oh, it's moving. Oh, I'll. Bro, it's a spider. I don't know. Is it a clear? He's climbing his web. Bro, it's very. I like to see spider with the web. Reminds me of Spider-Man. He connected. He's throwing his webs. Bro. I think he threw a spider on the laptop, on the screen. Oh, he's flying. Bro, he threw a web
on the wall. Oh, he's going up. He threw his web all the way to the ceiling. What an amazing creature. Spiders. Arachnos. Arachni. Cool. Spiders are cool. Covello, how is it going? So spiders are cool. Spiders are amazing. He threw his web all the way to the ceiling. He's up there. Bro, spiders are great. Arachni is in Greek. Kunga kita. Arachnos. Arachni kunga kita. So wait, kumo. Kuchi. That's the sound of a spider. Wait, kuchi? No, that's wait, that's kuchi, no? Kumi? Wait, katakana. I keep forgetting katakana. Kumo, of course, Kumo. I came back home. Soon I will start studying, so I joined to stream. Good luck, Covello. Good luck. We were studying the whole time. We learned a lot, and good luck. So yeah, we just saw a spider now. Amazing creature. I love spiders. Wait. So Kumo means spider. Kumo. No, Kumo means cloud. Kumo. Wait, Kumo in katakana. If you prefer kanji. Yeah, I prefer kanji. I love kanji. Kumo, spider. Okay. Kumo. Bro, but kanji is better than katakana. I understand kanji more than katakana. Kuno, yes, Kumo. Give me kanji. Please. Don't give me katakana. Okay, Kumo. What is it consisted of though? It consisted of mushi, so I can see mushi and something else. Is it spider? So this one is spider and this one is also spider. So it's spider. Kumo. Okay. And this one. Okay. If you spider consists of spider and spider. Spider and spider makes sense. Yes. It consists of spider and spider. It makes sense. Okay, so yeah, we have fun with spider. I'd like to hold the spider web. So, すべての問題は人間の心から来るんだよ. Spider consists of knowing insects and losing insects. Animals and insects are often written in katakana. Oh, okay, that's why. So that's why. Wait, but Uma, I know Uma, which means horse. I always see it in kanji. Zo always in kanji. But other animals, yes. I think yesterday we saw a song called "What Does the Fox Say?" and the kitsune, the fox, was written in katakana, but elephant zo was written in kanji in the subtitles. Yeah, zo, I always see zo in kanji, but the rest might be right. Kitsune, I saw it in katakana, and other animals as well. Neko, always, I see it always in kanji, neko. すべての問題は人間の心から来るんだよ. All the problems come from human heart.
ご飯温めておくか?
Uma is mostly written in kanji for some reason. Uma, which means horse. What reason? Gohan. But what reason, Onyaman? Gohan 温めておくか.
ご飯温めておくか。So, ておく。Uma is easy, so kanji is okay. Because it's easy. Oma is also used in eki. So, in the station. So, because the horse is, I think the horse is the most beautiful animal. It's the best friend for humans. Uma is in eki also. Probably because they are fairly easy and fairly common animals as well. Very common animals. For me, the horse is the most beautiful animal. Is the best, human's best friend. Uma. In the game yesterday, I tried the game. The Ghost of Tsushima, and we used the horse. By the way, yeah, Ghost, I will definitely play Ghost of Tsushima. I told Yuki earlier that Ghost of Tsushima is a beautiful game. I can't wait to play it on stream. I tried it yesterday, just a little bit to see how is the game. It's amazing game, beautiful game. Pretentious, good morning. How is it going? So yeah, we are learning how you playing. I tried the Japanese audio speaking with English subtitles. It's nice. I definitely won't be able to read Japanese subtitles, so it's better English. And I'm not going to use it to learn, but to just have fun and have a little bit of Japanese audio, you know, to hear the players speak. I could pick up some words. I could recognize some words. Not all, but it was nice. It's really a beautiful game. I can't wait to play it on live stream. So, ご飯温めておくよ. So, ておく, te form plus oku means, should I prepare the food for you for the future, for when you come back? That's a good way to do it. That's also how I played. Yeah, some games maybe you don't need to because if you put it in with English, Japanese subtitle, you won't understand anything. For me, I wouldn't understand anything, and maybe the game will be boring. But it's nice to use it to learn a little bit, not everything, but you can pick up a few words, recognize a few things, and maybe you understand something. Maybe you learn something. So, Ghost of Tsushima, amazing game. I will play it for sure. 私はいつも君を見ている. Yeah, I always watching you.
いつものことじゃないですか。
いつものことじゃないですか。いつもの is always. いつもの always means always and never means never. So, いつものことじゃないですか. Isn't it always like this? いつものことじゃないですか. Isn't it the same thing as always?
うまくいけばみんな助かります。
うまくいけば. I remember this from Yuki. Yuki helped me with this sentence. I'll never forget it. うまくいけば, if it goes well, みんな助かります. Everyone will be saved. うまくいけばみんな助かります. If it goes well, everybody will be saved. 失うものは大きいぞ. The random townspeople don't have subtitles, so you can always use them for listening practice. Yes. I was going around listening to people speak, and it's fun. It's a very fun way to learn, and also has a lot of history. This game. 大丈夫。きっとうまくいく。The game 大丈夫。きっとうまくいく。The game of うまくいく. If everything goes good. Everyone will say 大丈夫。
僕がいる。大丈夫。僕がいる。大丈夫。僕がいる。大丈夫。僕がいる。大丈夫。僕がいる。大丈夫。僕がいる。
大丈夫。僕がいる。
大丈夫。僕がいる。大丈夫。僕がいる。大丈夫。僕がいる。
大丈夫。僕がいる。This guy a ghost? He's so spooky sounding. He's a god. 大丈夫。僕がいる。He's a divine character.
私も。
私も me also. I also. Me too.
誰かが
俺を呼んでいる。
俺を呼んでいる。
誰かが俺を呼んでいる。Someone is calling me. Someone is calling me.
いつものことじゃないですか。
いつものことじゃないですか。Done. Congratulations. So, guys, we are done. I'm going to go to the gym in 10 minutes. So, thank you very much, guys. Of course, I'll be here tomorrow as always. Never going to stop. So this book is I found it earlier. I'm going to read it, and we've almost finished Genki. I think tomorrow will be the last day of Genki. Finally, I'm tired of Genki. I just want to finish Genki and move on to other things, games and so on. So itarashai. Tomorrow will be the final day of Genki. Goodbye, Genki. The 30 days challenge Genki will end in 25 days and not 30 days. So it's good. Have a nice training. Thank you very much. Goki genyo. Otsukare desu. Goki genyo. How do you do? Nice to meet you. Wait, what is this, Onyaman? Okigenyo. Farewell. So yeah. Tomorrow we are done with Genki finally. After that we will do Game Genko. I will watch a lot of Game Genko and start playing some games, and also start playing games. Yeah, that's only games. Otsukaremasu. And mata ashita. I will be here tomorrow for sure. Mata ashita. Every day until we reach 1,000 days. Mata ashita. Never going to stop. So, bye-bye. We had fun with the spider also. It was fun today. It was very fun. So, bye-bye and mata ashita. Kumo.